Okay. So today I will discuss about negative feedback amplifiers. I told you one important advantage in negative feedback amplifiers is you can attain better stability. Stability is more in this particular configuration, negative feedback amplification. Okay, if you want negative feedback, sorry, if you want stability, more stability, then you have to go for negative feedback. Okay, if you want more oscillations, if you want to create oscillations at the output end, that is, if you want the amplifier to behave like an oscillator, then you have to go for positive feedback. Okay, but in this particular unit you will be dealing with, especially in the first part of this unit, you will be mainly dealing with this type of amplifier, which is mainly uh, considering the stability, which is taking only stability under consideration. Okay, that means it is negative feedback amplifier. So, okay, here in this particular figure you are seeing in this on the screen, you are seeing a figure. In that, as you can see, the feedback is negating. The feedback value is negating. And a minus just okay, it is negating the input value. Okay, so the input value, the source value, whatever the input voltage that you are giving, input signal that you are giving, that will be subtracted by a little amount by the feedback signal, and you will be getting the net signal of Vi to the amplifier A. Okay, ఇక్కడ Vi చూడండి, ఇక్కడ Vi value is equal to this I explained before, Vs minus Vf, and here the feedback, as you can see, negative symbol is there. That means this is a negative feedback amplifier. So this is a simple diagram for negative feedback amplifier. Okay, so based on this diagram we will be dealing with different types of configurations in this, and we will also go through the characteristics of feedback amplifiers. Okay, the most important thing is there are many advantages due to this negative feedback amplifier. One is you will be having, the most important one is better stability. The second one is reduced noise. Okay, among these are all the advantages. ఇక్కడ మీకు స్క్రీన్ మీద కనిపిస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ all 6 ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, these are all advantages. But among that, three most important points are better stabilized voltage gain, that is stability is very very important. The second one is reduced noise, so there won't be any damage due to the noise. Okay, and the last one, third important point is more linear operation, that is the input has a very good control on the output. Okay, if you are considering a non-linear operation, the input may not have that much amount of control on the output, which leads to improper operation or undesirable operation. Okay, so remember these three important points. Among these 6 points, these three important points you have to you should must and should write in the question paper, in the answer sheet, whenever they ask you what are the advantages of negative feedback amplifier. Among those 6 points, those three are very very important. You have to include that in your answer. Okay, remember that, because they play a major role while designing a particular any amplifier. If you want to design, if you want more stability, these three important points you have to keep it in mind. Not just stability, but reduced noise as well as linear operation. If noise is not low and linear operation is not possible, then even if you have stability, the transistor will damage, the amplifier will be gone, it will be damaged. Okay, so remember that. Next one, different types of feedback. I told you these are the different types of feedbacks, nothing but voltage series, voltage shunt, current series, and current shunt feedback. And coming to different types of gains that you see in these kind of amplifiers, in feedback amplifiers, are first one, gain without feedback is given by A. ఓకే, ఈ యాంప్లిఫైర్ డయాగ్రామ్ చూడండి, ఇందులో ఇక్కడ గెయిన్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి, ఈ డయాగ్రామ్లో ఏ ఉంది, ఇంకోటి బీటా ఉంది. ఓకే, ఇంకోటి ఓవరాల్ యాంప్లిఫైర్కి ఇంకో గెయిన్ ఉంటుంది, దాన్ని ఏఎఫ్ అంటాం మనం. ఓకే, ఓవరాల్ యాంప్లిఫైర్, ఇదంతా మొత్తం యాంప్లిఫైర్, ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ యాంప్లిఫైర్ సెటప్. ఇన్ దిస్, ఫర్ దిస్ ఐఎమ్ కన్సిడరింగ్ ద గెయిన్ యాజ్ ఏఎఫ్. But in this, for open loop configuration, okay, that is without feedback, the gain is A, and only for feedback the gain is beta, only for feedback without having the main amplifier, only for feedback you are considering here beta. Okay, and the overall value is AF. These three things you have to remember, and for those three things the values are given like this. For gain without feedback, A value is equal to V naught by Vi. ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ చూస్తేనే అర్థమైపోతుంది మీకు వోల్టేజ్ గెయిన్ అంటే ఏమని చెప్పాను, అవుట్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ బై ఇన్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద అవుట్పుట్ వోల్టేజ్ ఫర్ దిస్ ఏ యాంప్లిఫైయర్? ఇక్కడ ఈ ట్రయాంగులర్ షేప్లో ఉన్న యాంప్లిఫైయర్కి అవుట్పుట్ ఏంటి? వి నాట్, అండ్ ఇన్పుట్ ఈస్ విఐ. సో ఇట్ విల్ బి ఏ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వి నాట్ బై విఐ. The gain A is equal to V naught by Vi. And what will be beta? Beta, for beta the input is V naught and the output is Vf. So what will be beta value? Beta is equal to V naught by Vf. See here. And gain with feedback. Gain with feedback, AF is equal to V naught by Vs. Remember all these things. Okay, whenever you are writing the formulas, these are very important. Okay, input enti, output enti. Okay, ikkada chudandi beta ki input vachesi V naught avutundi, gurtu pettukondi. Output vachesi Vf avutundi. Kavalse ikkada diagram lo chudandi. Okay, see ikkada enti input beta ki V naught, output vachesi Vf. So what will be beta? Beta is equal to output voltage here is Vf by, we'll write with pen, beta is equal to output voltage for this is nothing but Vf by input is V naught. And what will be A value is equal to V naught output voltage by input voltage for this is E. Similarly for overall voltage gain, that is AF, what will be AF value? AF value is equal to output here is V naught, input is Vs. So V naught by Vs. See, all these formulas you have to remember. Okay, this is for which one? Voltage series. ఇప్పటివరకు మనం డిస్కస్ చేసినంత voltage series feedback. Similarly, there are other types of feedbacks, voltage shunt, current series feedback and current shunt feedback. For all those, these are the values. Okay, you have to remember this table. Okay, you can even derive this. Just if you know the diagram, you can easily derive these three gains. Okay. So this is what we have discussed in the previous class. I have just introduced about feedback amplifiers. Today we will discuss one more important topic, which is nothing but characteristics. We'll share this. One second. సో ఈ పీడిఎఫ్లో నేను జస్ట్ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటి డయాగ్రామ్స్ ఇచ్చాను. ఓకే, నథింగ్ బట్ నేను మీకు స్లైడ్స్ కింద చూపించిందే. ఇక్కడ ఒక నోట్స్ నాకు వేరే ఫ్యాకల్టీ నుంచి తెచ్చుకున్నాను. ఈ నోట్స్ చూడండి, ఇందులో ఏవైతే డయాగ్రామ్స్ ఉన్నాయో నేను ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఇదివరకు స్లైడ్స్లో చూపించాను. ఓకే, క్లాసెస్లో. సో అవే ఇక్కడ గీశారు. ఈ నోట్స్ కూడా మీకు షేర్ చేస్తాను, తర్వాత చదువుకోండి. ఓకే, సేమ్ థింగ్ అన్నిట్లో ఇక్కడ చూడండి, వోల్టేజ్ సిరీస్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఇది వరకు నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను కదా. అందులో వాట్ విల్ బీ ద beta value is equal to Vf by V naught. Just now I told. And AV or A, simply A, what will be that? V naught by Vi. Okay, and AF value is equal to V naught by Vs. All these things you have to remember, and only those derivations are considered in this particular PDF. Okay, this also I have derived yesterday. This one, R naught of RF is equal to, or this value is equal to 1 by in terms of R naught f by R naught is it is given as 1 by A 1 plus A beta, or if you consider closed loop gain, that is given by A by 1 plus A beta. Okay, using those formulas you can derive input and output resistance. Whenever you are considering analysis part, always you have to derive these two important things, input and output impedance or resistance. Okay, And one more thing that you have to remember is you have to also derive voltage gain. Always analysis part ante ivi eppudu derive cheyali gurtupettukondi, input output resistances inkoti voltage gain. Okay, same next voltage shunt feedback. Low voltage shunt feedback lo kuda ikkada beta value ikkada ichchadu chudandi, IF by V naught. This. So before going to this voltage shunt feedback, we will go through the characteristics of feedback, negative feedback amplifiers. Okay, we are discussing negative feedback only because we are concerned with stability. Okay, later on we will discuss about oscillators which have positive feedback. Okay, I will share one more slide. So this is nothing but general characteristics of negative feedback amplifiers. సో ఇందాక నేను ఏవైతే పాయింట్స్ మీకు స్లైడ్లో చెప్పాను, బెటర్ స్టెబిలిటీ, ఓకే, రిడక్షన్ ఇన్ నాయిస్, ఆల్ దోస్ పాయింట్స్ ఆర్ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ ఇన్ దిస్ పర్టిక్యులర్ PDF. Here more points are there. These are nothing but characteristics of negative feedback amplifier. Okay, ఈ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్లో ఇప్పుడు మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే డీసెన్సిటివిటీ ఆఫ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ గెయిన్, ఇవన్నిటికీ కొన్ని ఫార్ములాస్ ఉంటాయి, అవన్నీ కూడా ఇప్పుడు చూద్దాం అవి ఎలా డిరైవ్ చేస్తారనేది. ఫస్ట్ వన్ బెటర్ స్టెబిలిటీ అంటున్నాడు, ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్. ఓకే, ఇన్ ద క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్ ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ బెటర్ స్టెబిలిటీ. సో ఇన్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ డిరైవ్డ్ దిస్ రిలేషన్షిప్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ క్లాస్. AF is equal to AV by 1 plus AV beta. Nothing but in some books they will be simply giving AV value equal to A only. Okay, so don't get confused. ఇక్కడ నిన్న మనం డిరైవ్ చేసింది AF is equal to A by 1 plus A beta అని డిరైవ్ చేసాం నిన్న. ఓకే, నథింగ్ బట్ హియర్ A value is nothing but voltage gain of the amplifier. Okay, so both are one and the same. And if AV beta value, if it is very very large, okay, if it is too large, then you can simply write this formula. AVF is equal to, okay, is equal to 1 by beta. So the stability, the gain of the amplifier depends on feedback network, and stability can be improved based on the feedback value. Okay, so remember, always remember, if you increase beta value, okay, if you increase beta value, the system becomes more and more stable. Okay, so remember this. Gain reduces by the factor of 1 plus A beta, okay, due to the negative feedback. So it is always dependent on this factor 1 plus A beta. If it varies in such a way that its value is very very huge, then AVF becomes 1 by beta. And the next one is desensitivity. Ikkada spelling first ikkada chudandi, it's not density, it is desensitivity. Idi desensitivity. So desensitivity idi. So it is nothing but reciprocal value of sensitivity. Sensitivity is nothing but it is defined as the smallest change that is possible in the amplifier gain for a very small change of amplifier gain, for a very small change of amplifier gain without feedback. Okay, so this is with feedback. First, ratio of fractional change of amplifier with feedback to the fractional change of amplifier without feedback. Okay, that means it is nothing but with feedback ki నేను gain ఏమని చెప్పాను, ఓవరాల్ గెయిన్ తీసుకోవాలి అంటే AF తీసుకోవాలి. అదే వితౌట్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ గెయిన్ ఏం తీసుకోవాలి, A వాల్యూ తీసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. Okay, when you take those two things in consideration, you will be getting sensitivity value as this one, DAF by AF, which means that you are only taking fractional change into consideration. Okay, it will observe how much change how much value of voltage gain will be changed when it is without feedback and when it is with feedback. That difference you can observe by calculating this value. Okay, if this value is very large, if the value is large, then it means that there is a large amount of change in there is large amount of change in amplifier gain with feedback when compared to without feedback. Okay, and if the value is small, then you can say that the feedback, the amplifier gain feedback with feedback has smaller change, and it is if its value is small, that means it is less sensitive to the input changes. Okay, environmental changes also, it is less it is less sensitive అని చెప్పాలి. ఓకే, సో సెన్సిటివిటీ తక్కువ ఉంటే కనుక అదే మనకు మంచిది, అప్పుడే స్టెబిలిటీ ఎక్కువ ఉంటుందండి. ఓకే, సో గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, రెసిప్రోకల్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సెన్సిటివిటీ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ డీసెన్సిటివిటీ. సో ఇప్పుడు ఎన్వైర్మెంట్లో ఒక స్మాల్ చేంజ్ రావడం వల్ల ఈ యాంప్లిఫైయర్ ఎఫెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి అంటే కనుక, ఇప్పుడు ఎన్వైర్మెంట్లో ఒక స్మాల్ పారామీటర్ టెంపరేచర్ అనేది కొంచెం చేంజ్ అయినా కూడా యాంప్లిఫైయర్ గెయిన్ చాలా వరకు షిఫ్ట్ అవుతుంది. యాంప్లిఫైయర్ గెయిన్ విల్ షిఫ్ట్ టు ఏ లార్జ్ వాల్యూ ఆర్ స్మాల్ వాల్యూ డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ ద characteristics of that particular amplifier. Okay, which is not at all desirable, and that is why you give feedback. What the feedback does is, this feedback will try to monitor the changes in the output and it gives back that signal to the input. It will negate the input source voltage value, and the net voltage that is obtained at the amplifier end as the input will be reduced. Due to that, the output will also be controlled. Okay, so these things are very important. Whenever you are considering the sensitivity, you should make sure that the sensitivity is less, and this is only possible when you have feedback. Okay, if you don't have feedback, even small changes in input can lead to a disastrous value in the output. Okay, which can destroy the transistor itself, which can destroy the whole amplifier setup. Okay, so that is the reason you should have feedback in order to control the drastic changes that are happening in the output end. Next one, reduction in noise. Okay, in reduction in noise, as you can see, whenever there are drastic changes which are not at all desirable, you are saying that it is essentially noise. Noise is what? Undesirable thing that is happening in the system, right? And which is not at all required for the consumer. Okay, so that is the reason you should reduce this value, and this is only possible when you have feedback. If you don't have feedback, again the noise will increase. You will not have any control on the output. Okay, and you can only control this output end by including a feedback network, and its gain is given by beta. Next one, reduction in distortion. Obviously, when you have less noise, the distortion will also be less. Distortion is nothing but the deviation of the output waveform from the desired values. Okay, and that you have to always reduce. You should not get a distorted wave. You want a desired waveform of a particular magnitude given by the consumer, and if you are not getting that, it means that you are having distortion in the system, and this can always be reduced by using a feedback. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మీరు కంట్రోల్ సిస్టమ్స్ చదివినప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ వస్తుంది ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్, కంట్రోల్ సిస్టమ్, ఆర్ మేబీ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ సెమిస్టర్. ఇన్ దట్ సబ్జెక్ట్ యూ విల్ బి డీలింగ్ విత్ 2 different types of systems. One is open loop system, the other one is closed loop system. Closed loop system అంటే it has feedback. Open loop system means you don't have any feedback. Whenever you have feedback, it means you are having more control on the system, or you are having more stability. Nothing but you can monitor the changes in the output, and thereby you can give a proper signal to the input end, which will thereby reduce the whatever the variations that are happening on the output, it will try to reduce that. Okay, so that is the main advantage of feedback. But if you don't have any feedback, that is called as open loop system. In that system, once a change happens in the environment which is not desired by the amplifier, okay, the amplifier the amplifier operation results in disastrous values of output voltage or output waveform. Whatever that you are getting there, you will not be getting the desired waveform. So open loop system do not have any control. Okay. So what is then, why do we use open loop system is most of the times whenever we require the cost, when you are considering cheaper systems, then you go for open loop system. When economy is very important, when you have enough, when you don't have enough money to uh, construct a feedback network, and you only require a system which you don't need any control there, then only you go for open loop systems, where you can afford for any damage also. You think, okay, damage is okay, no problem. I'm going to operate even if it is damaging. I don't care about it. Okay, then only you go for open loop system. But if you consider transistor amplifier, if you don't want it to get damaged, and if you want it to operate in certain values that you decide of, okay, then you have to go for feedback amplifiers. So these are two important things that you have to remember. Okay, always consider feedback amplifier for stability purpose. Next one. So here the derivation can be derived like this, as you can see here. For distortion, here with feedback it is considering df, okay, and without feedback you are considering distortion as d, okay, and this is nothing but only for feedback minus beta a df, okay. So the net value you will be getting here is df is equal to d by 1 plus a beta. Same like noise you will be getting for distortion also, okay. This is noise signal. Noise reduces by a magnitude of 1 by a beta. Originally it is n, okay, but whenever you increase whenever you keep a feedback network to the open loop system, then the system becomes closed loop and you will be getting noise, feedback noise or overall noise, okay. Overall noise nf is equal to n by 1 plus a beta, which means that the open loop noise, whatever that you have seen before without feedback, it is reduced by 1 plus a beta times whenever you included a feedback network, okay. And it also has the same relationship in distortion also. There is a similar relationship in distortion also. Here df is equal to d by 1 plus a beta. సో 1 ప్లస్ ఏ బీటా టైమ్స్ అనేది ప్రతి దాంట్లో వస్తుంది చూడండి, ఓకే. ఇది ఎందుకంటే ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ మనం ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసినప్పుడు సెన్సిటివిటీ కానీ లేకపోతే నాయిస్ కానీ లేకపోతే డిస్టార్షన్ ఏదైతే 3 కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అన్నీ కూడా రెడ్యూస్ అవుతున్నాయి. హౌ మచ్ వాల్యూ దే ఆర్ రెడ్యూస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ రెడ్యూస్డ్ బై 1 ప్లస్ ఏ బీటా టైమ్స్, ఓకే. Next one, increase of bandwidth. That means you can operate for larger frequencies also. Due to the capacitive effects present in the amplifier, okay, the frequency can affect the operation of the transistor amplifier, because in between the layers of there are 3 layers, right? In the transistor there are 3 layers. PNP transistor అయితే PNP అలా 3 layers ఉంటాయి, ఓకే. ఈ 3 layers ఉన్నప్పుడు వాటి మధ్యన కెపాసిటివ్ ఎఫెక్ట్స్ అనేవి క్రియేట్ అవుతాయి, ఓకే. ఈ కెపాసిటెన్స్ అనేది దానికి ఒక కెపాసిటివ్ రియాక్టెన్స్ ఉంటుంది, ఎక్సి వాల్యూ ఇస్ గివెన్ బై 1 పై 2 పై ఎఫ్సి. థింక్ యూ మైట్ హ్యావ్ స్టడీడ్ దిస్ ఇన్ ECS subject, 1 by 2 pi fc, right? So here frequency will have a drastic effect on the capacitive reactance. If the frequency increases, the capacitive reactance increases, which means that the overall impedance of the system increases. Especially in the transistor, the impedance will increase, okay. This can lead to if the reactance increases, it obviously tries to block the operation, రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఏదైనా ఇంపిడెన్స్ రెసిస్టెన్స్ పెరుగుతుంది అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, కరెంట్ని పాస్ చేయకుండా ఆపేస్తుంది, ఓకే. సో ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ ఇక్కడ వర్క్ కాకుండా, అంటే హయ్యర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీకి వెళ్ళే కొద్దీ ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ విల్ నాట్ వర్క్, ఓకే. this can also be reduced by using feedback signal. Okay, you can check the frequency values also, so and thereby you can control the operation of the system. So here the bandwidth is given by the value between two frequencies. Okay, one is higher cut or upper cutoff frequency, the other one is lower cutoff frequency. The subtract when you do subtraction between these two frequencies, nothing but higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency, you will get bandwidth. Okay, nothing but it is a range of values in which you must operate the transistor. Okay, next one second, I will remove this. Next one, so upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency, these two things you have to remember. And coming to the derivation part, here lower cutoff frequency is derived by the gains that we obtain at lower cutoff frequency and upper cutoff frequency. Okay, and here also you will be getting a relationship like this. For lower cutoff frequency, the gain values with feedback, this will be, you will be getting this value. Okay. Similarly, you will be deriving a similar relationship for higher cutoff frequency also. Okay, and higher cutoff frequency. Nothing but AF for high value and for low value. These two relationships ni derive chesin tarvata, you will be considering these two gains, and then you will consider frequencies also. You will have a relationship between frequency and gain. That is nothing but for higher cutoff frequency, the relationship between frequency and gain is this one. So both these things you will be considering. Okay, ఇక్కడ హెచ్ఎఫ్ ఏదైతే ఉందో హయ్యర్ కట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ, ఈ వాల్యూని మనం డిరైవ్ చేస్తే కనుక, ఈ రిలేషన్షిప్ నుంచి మనం డిరైవ్ చేసిన తర్వాత యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఆల్సో కన్సిడర్ లోవర్ కట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీకి ఏ వాల్యూ ఉందో అది కూడా కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి. అంటే ఎఫ్ఎల్ఎఫ్, దట్ ఈస్ హియర్ ఎఫ్ఎల్ఎఫ్. ఓకే, సో ఎఫ్ఎల్ఎఫ్ వాల్యూ డిరైవ్ చేశాడు, ఇంకోటి ఎఫ్హెచ్ఎఫ్ వాల్యూ కూడా డిరైవ్ చేశాడు. ఇక్కడ ఈ రిలేషన్షిప్లో రెండు డిరైవ్ చేసిన తర్వాత what is bandwidth, ఇందాక చెప్పాను, upper cutoff or higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. So you have to subtract both. Okay, FH minus FL. When you do that, okay, with feedback you are considering, so FHF minus FLF, రెండింటిని subtract చేస్తే finally ఈ values. This is nothing but bandwidth with feedback for overall system. Okay, so this value will be generally higher than the open loop system. With feedback ki, without feedback ki una difference idi. Okay, with feedback unnappudu bandwidth ekku value untundi. Okay, without feedback ki takku value untundi. So అందుకే మనం ఇక్కడ ఎక్కువ ఆపరేటింగ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్ కి మనం ఈ ట్రాన్సిస్టర్ యాంప్లిఫైయర్ ని ఆపరేట్ చేయొచ్చు, బికాస్ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ లీడ్ టు డిజాస్టర్స్ రిజల్ట్స్ ఇన్ ద అవుట్పుట్ వాల్యూ. సో ఆల్వేస్ రిమెంబర్ దట్. హియర్ you can see that gain value may be reduced, but the range of frequencies under which the transistor is operating, it has increased. You can see that in the diagram. But gain value chudandi, without feedback, nenu already cheppanu, without feedback, with feedback తీసుకున్నప్పుడు gain అనేది పడిపోతుంది. One of the disadvantages about that is the gain will be reduced, but stability will increase. The advantage is stability increases, but disadvantage is also there for this, that is voltage gain will reduce. Okay, కానీ ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్, రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటింగ్ వాల్యూస్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీస్ దట్ హ్యాస్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ఎఫ్ఎల్ఎఫ్ చూడండి కింద ఈ డయాగ్రామ్లో ఎఫ్ఎల్ఎఫ్. ఓకే, ఎఫ్ఎల్ఎఫ్ అండ్ ఎఫ్హెచ్ఎఫ్, దీస్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ విత్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్. Okay, without feedback దగ్గర చూడండి FL and FH, these are nothing but cutoff frequencies. So here this margin, if you see from here to here, BW అని రాసాం ఇక్కడ. Okay, that value is considerably low than BWF. Okay, nothing but with feedback. So this is one of the important advantages of using feedback, that is you can operate the transistor amplifier for more frequencies. Okay, so these are nothing but different characteristics of negative feedback network. Okay, now coming back to the PDF where we discussed about different types of feedback, negative feedback connections, different types. Okay, voltage series type, voltage shunt type, current series type and current shunt type. ఇప్పుడు ఇదివరకు మనం డిరైవ్ చేసిందంతా కూడా వోల్టేజ్ సిరీస్కి డిరైవ్ చేసాం. సిమిలర్గా యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో డిరైవ్ ఫర్ different types of other feedbacks. So first we will go through the voltage series feedback. In voltage series feedback, see here, in voltage series feedback, this we have discussed yesterday. Vs and here Vf. ఇక్కడ ఇన్పుట్ సైడ్ ఈ డయాగ్రామ్లో ఇది ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, కనెక్షన్ గీసేటప్పుడు చాలా కేర్ఫుల్గా గీయండి, బికాస్ if you don't draw correctly you cannot get the derivations correctly. Okay, because ఇక్కడ KVL అప్లై చేస్తాం మనం. KVL అప్లై చేసి you will write one formula. What is that formula? Vs is equal to, here considering negative feedback, so here this is Vi input to the amplifier, Vi minus Vf. ఈ వాల్యూ మీరు కరెక్ట్గా రాయాలంటే, ఇక్కడ కేవీఎల్ కరెక్ట్గా రాయాలంటే ఈ డయాగ్రామ్ కరెక్ట్గా ఫస్ట్ గీయాలి మీరు. అండ్ ఇది నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ అని తీసుకున్నారు కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ పైన మైనస్ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ కింద మైనస్, ఈ కింద ప్లస్ ఉంటుంది. చూడండి ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ అని చెప్పాను. నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ విఎఫ్ టర్మినల్స్ చూడండి, ఇక్కడ పైన మైనస్, కింద పాజిటివ్. ఓకే, నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ మైనస్ ప్లస్, అండ్ హియర్ ఇట్ విల్ బి ప్లస్ మైనస్, హియర్ ఆల్సో ప్లస్ మైనస్. దిస్ ఇస్ విఐ. Okay, and this is Vs. So Vs KVL, when you apply in this loop you will be getting Vs is equal to Vi minus Vf. So whenever you are drawing the diagram, be careful here. Okay, polarity is also very important. Once you write the KVL equation, you can easily derive the relationship, okay, between different types of gains. First one, input output resistance. ఇక్కడ చూడండి కేవీఎల్ రాసాను, ఇందాక నేను రాసిన ఈక్వేషన్ ఇక్కడ అదర్ ఫామ్లో రాశాడు. ఇక్కడ చూడండి విఎస్, ఇందాక ఏం చెప్పాను, విఎస్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు విఐ మైనస్ విఎఫ్ అని చెప్పాను, సేమ్ ఈక్వేషన్. ఓకే, కన్సిడరింగ్ he has just sent all the quantities in the left hand side, you will be getting this equation. Okay, next, see here, this is positive feedback. Here he has considered positive feedback. Okay, if you are considering negative feedback, okay, whenever you are considering negative feedback, Vs is equal to, one second, Vi is equal to Vs minus Vf. Okay, నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ తీసుకున్నారు. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఈ విఎస్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు విఐ ప్లస్ విఎఫ్. ఓకే, ఇదే ఈక్వేషన్ ఇక్కడ రాశాడు. ఓకే, ఇక ఇక్కడ సో నెగిటివ్ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఈ ఈక్వేషన్స్ కేర్ఫుల్గా రాయాలి మీరు. విఎస్ for this loop, okay, Vs minus Vi, and this is minus, this is plus kabatti, plus Vf is equal to 0. So this is plus, this is minus. And this is plus, this is minus. Okay, so positive plus Vs minus Vi and plus Vf equal to 0. Next one, after obtaining the equation, then you have to go for different relationships here. One is input resistance, the other one is output resistance. So input resistance ni derive chesinapudu with feedback consider chesaanu. With feedback aithe RIF. Okay, without feedback aithe RI for open loop system. So open loop system దగ్గర RI ని తీసుకున్నాను కాబట్టి ఫస్ట్ నేను దాన్ని సపరేట్గా ఒక వాల్యూ రాసుకుంటాను ఇక్కడ, అది ఆర్ఐ. వీఆర్ నాట్ డిరైవింగ్ దిస్ వన్, ఓకే, బట్ విల్ బీ కంపేరింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ విత్ ఆర్ఐఎఫ్. ఓకే, సో ఆర్ఐఎఫ్ ఎలా డిరైవ్ చేస్తాం? వీ నో దట్ విఐ, okay, VI, nothing but input voltage of the amplifier open loop, is given by II into RI. And for feedback, VF is equal to beta V naught. Okay, so substituting that in this equation, you will be getting this equation: Vs is equal to II RI plus beta V naught. From that you can derive RIF value, where RIF is given by Vs by II, nothing but source voltage. Okay, input is nothing but here source voltage. For the overall system, the voltage input is nothing but Vs, and the current is that is coming from the input side is II. Okay, so the ratio of these two is given by RIF. That is what I have derived here. Okay, RIF is equal to Vs by II, and its value when it is compared with original value without feedback Ri, it is given by like this: Ri by RIF by Ri is given by 1 plus A beta. Okay, ఈ రెండిటికి రేషియో చూసుకోండి, 1 plus A beta టైమ్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది. ఓకే, రెసిస్టెన్స్. సో ఇన్పుట్ ఇంపిడెన్స్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్. ఓకే, అండ్ అవుట్పుట్ ఇంపిడెన్స్ ఇక్కడ చూస్తే కనుక అవుట్పుట్ ఇంపిడెన్స్ కూడా సిమిలర్గా మనం డిరైవ్ చేసినప్పుడు ఆర్ నాట్ ఎఫ్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఆర్ నాట్ బై 1 plus A beta times. That means that the ratio, if you consider R naught f by R naught, if you consider, that means that whenever you are having feedback, the output resistance is reduced by 1 by 1 plus A beta times. Okay, so output impedance reduce అవుతుంది, ఇన్పుట్ ఇంపిడెన్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఉండడం వల్ల. ఓకే, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి ఈ పాయింట్. ఓకే, so the input in resistance, as you can see in some books they will write impedance, in some books resistance, both are one and the same. For low frequencies the capacitive effects are negligible. Okay, so we are talking about for low frequencies only most of the times, because we are dealing with small signal analysis. So input resistance, output resistance and books lo istar most of the times, but in some books they also give input impedance and output impedance, but don't get confused, both are one and the same for low frequencies. Okay, so input resistance increases and output resistance decreases. Next one, similarly for voltage shunt feedback, always consider KVL KCL equations. First write down them and then derive input and output resistances. Okay, here he has taken KCL equation on the input side. When you consider the KCL equation on the input side, the source current is given by input current to the amplifier and feedback current. Okay, IS is equal to the current coming to this point. ఇక్కడ KVL అప్లై చేశాడు ఈ నోడ్ దగ్గర, స్పాట్ లైట్ ఇండికేట్ చేస్తున్నాను, దిస్ నోడ్, దిస్ వన్. ఓకే, so current coming from the source terminal is IS. Okay, current leaving from the source terminal is II. This is leaving, and here one more current is leaving in this direction. This is nothing but IF. So depending on the directions you will write the equation. Okay, so current entering is IS, current leaving are II and IF. So based on that you will be getting this equation: currents entering equal to currents leaving, KCL, right? So based on that he has written this equation. Okay, so I think 50 minutes అయింది క్లాస్. ఇంకా ఇవేవైతే రిలేషన్షిప్స్ ఉన్నాయో, ఓకే, ఫర్ డిఫరెంట్ అదర్ యాంప్లిఫైర్స్, వోల్టేజ్ షంట్, ఇంకా కరెంట్ సిరీస్ అండ్ కరెంట్ షంట్స్, దీస్ రిలేషన్షిప్స్ I will derive in the next class. I will explain about them in the next class. Okay, there are 4 more again. Okay, ikkada 2 pages unnai, ఇంకా 4 pages unnai ikkada. Nothing but for current series feedback and current shunt feedback. Okay, వీటి రిలేషన్షిప్స్ కూడా మీకు నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. 1 second, I will take the screenshots.